Boruto TBV Vortex already has a wide variety of amazing fights, and we're only on chapter 9. Team 10 versus Jura wasn't a complete stomp, they actually showed out in a big way, and against one of the strongest foes we ever seen in the Naruto/Boruto verse. Me personally, even though the short Boruto versus KAWAKI battle is the newest and probably the most hyped up fight as of right now, just because of the narrative behind those two, I don't feel like it's the best fight we've seen in Boruto TBV Vortex. My favorite fight up to now still has to go to Boruto vs Code. The anticipation of the fight after the first chapter was something you just had to be there for. For someone who was constantly put at the top of the Boruto verse in terms of strength, get treated like a kid by Boruto was one of the most satisfying things I've ever witnessed. But I think we may be seeing another fight very soon that will top every fight we've seen and take its rightful place at the top. Wait, before we proceed with the video, I just want to take a couple minutes to give a huge shout out to Mecca Japan for sending me some dope merchandise. Mecca is an online store that sells figurines and accessories like wallets, keychains, clothes, and even artwork from your favorite anime or video games such as Naruto, Boruto, Bleach, One Piece, Zelda, and much more. Mecca Japan has more than 20,000 high quality products from Japan. The prices are very generous and the customer service team is very responsive and always happy to answer you in English. It also has worldwide shipping. Find many rare or very rare Japanese products that you can only find available on meccajapan.com. Follow Mecca Japan on X or Instagram to get the latest updates and information on all your favorite products, and also to get in on any new ongoing promotions. So they sent me 5 figures of my choice from the Boruto/Naruto series, and you know I had to pick the best ones I seen. EMS War Arc Sasuke, as you can see, this is one part of the new 3-way deadlock set. It even comes with Oda as like a background for him. Same thing with the Naruto figure. This is another part of the same set. And just like Sasuke's, the one for Naruto comes with Gamakichi as a summoning. And since I already had those two, I had to ask for Sakura as well just to make it complete. You can see it's the same as the other two, with Lady Katsuyu in the background for Sakura. Each one of these figures are sold separately. These are just the ones they let me choose so I could show y'all. Next, I just had to get this Sasuke figure. It's just so cool, just the way he's holding his sword. And this one comes with a stand so you can literally place it anywhere and it'll look good. A computer desk, a dresser, anywhere you want. And last but certainly not least, you know I had to get the young lord himself. Boruto figurine from the Momoshiki battle. You see this one, he's wearing Naruto's jacket. They also have the one where he's in his normal clothes too. And you know when they eventually make some time skip Boruto figures, I'll be copying 100%. So if someone from Mecca is watching this, the community absolutely needs this ASAP. If you want to buy anything from the site, I'll be leaving a link to the website in the description below. Use my discount code 6path5 for $5 off of orders over $50 and limited to 1 use per account. You gotta hurry though, because the code will only be valid for 2 weeks after this video is uploaded. So if you want to support me, I would appreciate it very greatly. But what's more, huge shout out again to Mecca Japan for making this opportunity possible, and hopefully you'll soon see them again on my channel. But without further ado, let's get back into the video. In chapter 9, Boruto vs KAWAKI just exposed something very important about Boruto's karma. After Boruto knocked KAWAKI down, he activated his karma in a desperate struggle to fight back against Boruto. But as soon as he activated his karma, Boruto's karma started resonating and caused his karma to start activating. Kashin Koji told him to get away from KAWAKI before he loses control. Obviously he's talking about Momoshiki emerging when he's talking about Boruto losing control. I made videos that discussed the potential reason why Boruto would be a little reluctant to use his karma and why I think this would be the case. But it looks like now I may be right. Compared to part 1, it looks like Momoshiki could take over Boruto's body even easier now than ever before. Just a simple activation of his karma seems to be too dangerous to overlook now. But why do you think that is? Something had to happen to Boruto's body once he turned 100% OTSUTSUKI. Momoshiki used to only be able to take control of Boruto's body when he was either out of chakra or severely beaten and unable to resist. So most likely the closer you are to 100% OTSUTSUKI, the easier it is for your body to be taken over. In chapter 65 of part 1, Boruto's body was easily took over by Momoshiki, and it was because of how much of the karma's power he manifested. We even see he fully developed Momoshiki's Byakugan in his right eye. So around this time, Boruto should have been approximately 82% Otsutsuki. This should be enough for Momoshiki to take over his body even though he isn't drained of chakra. And the pills Boruto tried to take was only a stalemate. You can't stop the process of becoming an Otsutsuki so easily. So now that Boruto is 100%, Momoshiki being able to take over Boruto's body with just the activation of his karma starts to make way more sense when you think about it. But even knowing this, Momoshiki wouldn't just emerge for no good reason. Every time he took over Boruto's body in the series, it's been for a very good reason. During the Boro fight, it was to protect his vessel and get rid of a Kara member. During the Ishiki battle, it was to try to get rid of Naruto and the others while they were still weak from their initial battle with Ishiki. During the battle with Code, Momoshiki seen it as a perfect opportunity to unalive Code as the last surviving member of the Kora organization. And the last time, it was to let Kawaki escape so Boruto's prophecy could become a reality. And this was his whole plan from the jump, to get Boruto to lose everything. Him losing everything was supposed to make Boruto lose his will to live and willingly give up his body to Momoshiki. But since that didn't work, it looks like he's taking more drastic measures to ensure that happens. As I explained before, Momoshiki's current plan is just to destroy everything Boruto is trying to protect. Straight sabotage him, and there's plenty of ways to go about it. He could take over his body and unalive those closest to him. Okay, now thinking about it, this would probably make about anybody give up hope. Or he can destroy Konoha, or even worse than that. So there's a lot of things that he could do to try to make Boruto give up. But first and foremost, we cannot forget, his overall objective is to keep his vessel safe. Momoshiki explained during the Code fight that Boruto serves as his only anchor to the world of the living, and his precious vessel as well. If anyone threatens Boruto's life before Momoshiki claims his body as a vessel, he will emerge to stop them no matter what, because in his eyes, Boruto belongs to him and only him. Nobody else can have him. And it would be the same for the Shinju. In chapter 4, you can see one of the Shinju, to be more specific, the bug clone, asks if Boruto has come to be devoured, meaning they can absorb Boruto as an Otsutsuki and instantly finish their evolution process into a complete divine tree, as stated by Boruto in chapter 8. But I know a lot of people will argue that the Shinju want to evolve a different way because of their new awakened instincts. So if you want, you can say Boruto and Kawaki aren't in immediate trouble of getting absorbed, but they still intend to get in the middle of their plans to absorb their targets. So either way you look at it, Boruto and Kawaki fighting the Shinju is pretty much inevitable at this point. And the Shinju being a threat to Boruto means he's also a threat for Momoshiki, and I'm pretty sure even he knows this as well. The last time we seen Boruto was when he immediately flew off after his karma started to activate, but we don't know if he made it far enough in time for the karma to stop activating. There's a chance that Boruto was too late and the activation of the karma caused him to lose control yet again to Momoshiki. Now, exactly what does this mean if Boruto didn't make it in time? Because I believe there are two scenarios of how chapter 10 can go. Either Boruto doesn't make it in time and ends up being controlled temporarily by Momoshiki, or Boruto makes it in time and prevents the activation of his karma. Which means he would keep his body, but for how long though? I believe now that Kawaki is up and about, it makes it damn near impossible for Boruto to confront the Shinju as long as Kawaki's there. Kawaki will try to go after Shinju again because of how much of a threat they are to not only Konoha, but remember, he heard from Ada that they are, or were after Naruto. Kawaki doesn't know that they're now after Himawari, but I don't think him knowing that would affect his motives to destroy the Shinju, you see what I'm saying? Or just trying to destroy them for that matter anyway. Because we know at this point Kawaki is just majorly underpowered. And if Boruto is there, that just gives him an extra reason to jump in as well. So now we know Boruto can't fight along Kawaki because of their karma resonating. But as far as we know, Boruto is the only one that could possibly put enough pressure on the Shinju to at least make them pull out of Konoha. That is, unless they take the bait set by Team 10. So that is a problem. Nobody could possibly hurt the Shinju but maybe Boruto. And I'm not counting out Sarada, but there's no chance of her beating them alone. So either way, Boruto has to be there for backup or it won't matter if she arrives there or not. So let's say Boruto is forced to fight with his karma activated. I think he has enough to put a lot of pressure on the Shinju to force them to retreat. That's one scenario that's most likely to happen at this point. But it can also be the case that Momoshiki sees this opportunity to eliminate the threat to Boruto to protect him. And for that, he would have to take over Boruto's body and confront both Hidari and Jura to try to get rid of them as fast as possible while he has control over Boruto's body. If you didn't already notice, I'm trying to say that Boruto trying to avoid fighting the Shinju using his karma is nearly impossible in his current position. So I'm thinking we'll finally see a time skip Boruto fight using his karma. This is something the community been waiting for, as it'll give us more power scaling material and it's just peak entertainment. So I think I speak for nearly everyone when I say I can't wait. But how would that battle go anyway? You could possibly say that because of Boruto's flying Raijin, him being caught in those pesky Biju bombs is unlikely, or even him being trapped in their wood style is probably not gonna happen. But the Shinju not only have those abilities, they also have access to Code's claw marks, as well as the abilities they've inherited from absorbing other people such as Sasuke and Moegi. I mean, it'll definitely still be hard even with his karma activated, and it's not like him having backup in this situation would help much, because even if they manage to make the Shinju retreat, there's always that risk and unpredictability of Momoshiki in his next move. And since we have a vague understanding of what he plans to do next, Sarada joining in on the fight, as well as Mitsuki or anyone else, puts them in great danger. But all hope's not lost. I still believe the X factor in all of this won't be KAWAKI, Sarada, or anyone like that. If things get out of hand, it's gonna have to be Daemon. We still haven't seen Daemon yet, but from chapter 8, we know he's with Ada and Mitsuki, and they're both in the village watching everything go down from afar. I don't expect them to sit tight for much longer, especially Mitsuki, because it's his duty to protect his village as a Konoha shinobi no matter what. Ada and Daemon joining in is just an assumption I'm gonna ride until I get proven wrong, because I think they will play a huge part in all of this. And if there's anyone other than Boruto who I believe has the power to change the situation in the favor of Konoha, it's gotta be Daemon. Now, if Boruto goes out of control, do I think he can stop Borushiki from rampaging? Okay, that I'm just gonna leave for discussion in the comment section, because as much as I want to make my own assumptions, we just haven't seen Daemon use anywhere close to his full strength. And the inner fan in me would just want to say Boruto wins just because. So I'll back off on that for now. But you guys let me know in the comment section, if Boruto has to fight the Shinju with his karma activated, what do you think would happen, and what does this mean for everyone else in Konoha? Would he force the Shinju out of Konoha without losing control? Or do you think he'll lose control and endanger everyone in the village? And if this happens, who stops him? Or does he stop himself by forcing Momoshiki's soul back with sheer willpower? Let me know all that in the comment section, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss another video like this in the future. And until my next video, I'm out. Peace.